Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton, and welcome to another Everton 24/7 report, where, of course, last night we focused on how Gylfi Sigurdsson could be set to leave Everton in the wake of his poor performances. Well, tonight it's another of the club's dead wood that appears to have taken the headlines. That is because the Daily Mail have suggested today that the race is hotting up for Cenk Tosun. According to them, Fenerbahce have joined Crystal Palace in the race to sign the Everton outcast. Add to that, the rumours that have also been coming out of Turkey, where panellists on Turkish talk show Goodison Football discussed Tosun and suggested that his former side, Besiktas, have made progress in talks to re-sign him. A move to Besiktas really makes perfect sense. He's widely adored there, whilst generally being widely derided here. Their team needs a striker, while we need to cut our wage bill and cut our squad size as well. Surely this time a deal can be agreed which suits all parties. One way or another, it looks highly likely that Cenk Tosun has played his last game for Everton. And if we can move him on and reduce our wage bill, then that will no doubt be good business as far as I'm concerned. Now, whether or not this one is good business is slightly more debatable. Two separate reports today have once again linked Everton to Adrien Rabiot. Tutto Sport said we are ready to pay €30 million for him, a move that they say has already been rejected by Juventus. However, fellow Italians Corriere dello Sport say that we are pursuing him on loan instead until the end of the season with an option to buy. They didn't specify a future fee in that rumour, but they did suggest that we could be paying a loan fee of up to €5 million. I'll leave it to you guys to decide whether or not that is a good move for a guy who is a very talented player, but in equal measure clearly a divisive character. Yet more rumours now coming out of Italy. Everton are apparently ready to offer Yannick Carrasco a return to Europe, if Naples outlet Arena Napoli are to be believed. The Belgian winger is set to leave the Chinese team Dalian Yifang in the wake of the news, really, that salary caps are about to be introduced into the cash-rich Chinese Super League. Suggests that we might need to offer him a pay cut on his current salary to bring him here. But regardless, I think Yannick Carrasco himself has said that he's quite keen to return to Europe sooner rather than later after his spell in the Far East. A few more incomings now. Sport Witness say we have had a bid rejected by Santos for a Brazilian youngster called Lucas Verissimo. Verissimo was a young centre-back, and again, like Adrien Rabiot rumour, it was reportedly a loan with an option to buy in the future, and that has, like Rabiot, maybe been turned down by the Sao Paulo club. I'm very much oblivious as to who Lucas Verissimo is, and I've never seen him play, so if any of you guys out there have seen him play, definitely drop us a comment at the bottom of this video and let us all in on what kind of player we are pursuing here, apparently. Well, if today's news suggests anything, it's that Everton are keen to sign a new defender, because there has been another link today. Everton have joined the race to sign Wesley Fofana, according to the Daily Star. He plays for Saint-Etienne in France, and the article suggests that the 19-year-old centre-back is unlikely to move in January, but there is a possibility that Everton could agree a deal in advance for him to move to Everton in the summer. We're not the only club looking at Fofana, with the likes of AC Milan, Leipzig, Stuttgart and Monaco all mentioned in this article as other possible suitors for Wesley Fofana. But finally today we're going to look at something a bit closer to home, and by that I mean Carlo Ancelotti. He has today said that he will speak to Marcel Brands about trying to better integrate the Everton Academy system into the first team setup and better ensure a path of progression. Carlo said, I have regular contact with Marcel and I will speak with the Academy manager myself to find the right way to improve the young players and get them ready for our first team. This is really refreshing to hear, I think, given that we've got a number of kids who are clearly talented, but have yet to be given a first team chance. The likes of Anthony Gordon, for instance, or maybe Lewis Gibson, they're believed to be maybe the closest to making a first team breakthrough, and it would be nice to see some of those guys get the nod, I think, for our next game against Brighton, considering that they've been performing relatively well while earning a fraction of the salaries of some of our absolute wasters that you dare call senior professionals. So there's not much to lose, really, and we might as well give them a go. So it's over to Carlo Ancelotti, and hopefully we get a team selection that we can all at least be generally happy with come Saturday against Brighton. And that is that for this evening. As always, be sure to let us know your opinions on all the big talking points with a comment below. Also, give us a like and subscribe to the channel to keep yourselves posted. I'll be back again tomorrow, and until then, thank you guys for watching on the Toffee Blues.